once again, a huge shout out to all of our financial supporters, our 87A survivors. All of them are on the screen there. You too can become a member just by clicking the join button down below. We also are now doing memberships over on Spotify as well, so feel free to become a member that way as well. A big shout out though to our podcast bosses, Cinnamon and Kenny Baker. Thank you guys so much. All of you are legends who help the shows go on each and every week. Thank you all for your support, even just by watching or listening, and we hope you enjoy this week's show. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the DayZ Podcast. How are we all doing today?
I'm fine. Not doing too bad.
Good,
How about you?
Not too bad at all.
Good.
Good lad. Glad to hear it.
There we go. I just had only minor technical issues today for Mr. Boyd. I had my overlay or my screen pop out on ranked higher than my podcast template, so that was a bit funky. And I also completely forgot to add our guest's name in. Mr. Suparra, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Not too bad at all. We'll come back to you in just a sec, mate. We'll do our g'days to the rest of the crew here. Cobra, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, very well. It's been an interesting week for me, so glad to be back after last week's. I missed last week, but yeah, we're good.
Yes.
No, good to have you back, mate. Good to have you back. And Archie, so we could probably announce it, mate. You're back as a regular.
Yeah, as long as the checks keep coming, man. They don't bounce. No, I'm kidding, man. No,
where's mine?
I'm happy to be back, man. I'm happy to be back. I was always pushing people over this way anyway, so it's always...
We're happy to have you back,
Good
mate.
stuff,
We
man.
really are, because, yeah, you know, as people are noticing, we're doing a few different things this year, trying to spice things up. You know, those bloody boys over there at Friendly, and now we got fucking bloody Greedy Present and God knows who else, all trying to fucking steal our title as the best goddamn DayZ podcast out there. So we're lifting our game. We brought the big guns in. We've got Cobra, we've got Archie, we had Falcon the other week, and hey, it's still me and Lad. Still cruising along.
Yeah, I was just about to say, don't forget me.
I was going to say, what happened to lads?
We'll see if they go the distance, man. Often imitated, never duplicated. Baby.
There you go.
I do like what Johnny Bravo's got in chat there. Why is the sound working right off the bat? I actually spent some time this week, folks, in Discord. DOJ gave me some tips, and we did a few things, and all my buttons on my Stream Deck are working, and yeah, just tried to make sure that we could be as professional as possible for all you fine folks out there, because that's what you deserve.
Yeah.
That's what the community deserves, isn't it, Lad?
Yes, it is. So for context, Suparra, Boydie is just dreadful at technology. I was going to say another word, but I don't want YouTube to hammer us on the bum cheeks.
Yeah, of course. Now we know how that is.
that word that we've told Archie he's not allowed to say on the show.
Yes, absolutely. But
Fun gamer words, man.
Yeah, fun gamer words.
yes, absolutely. But of course, introducing this episode 136, I think we're on now, is good friend Suparra. How are you doing, mate? You doing all right?
I'm good, man. I'm so glad to be here. I was really looking forward to doing this week. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. No, anytime, man. Anytime. Honestly, when you popped up my DMs, like, slid right in there. I was like, I know your name. Where's it from? So I was checking up your YouTube channel, and I was just like, I know who this git is. And I had to get you one, man. I had to get you one. Oh Lord, it's nice to see you're still around and doing stuff around the YouTube community, my guy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not going. As long as DayZ's here, I'll be here. That's how I'll be.
Absolutely. So we do have a little bit of a bio that you sent across. Boydie, do you want to read it out?
I shall. Let me just click to it. There we go. Bios. Hey, how's it going? My name is Suparra, but you can call me Ryan. Been playing games my whole life. Started with the original Sega Genesis. Later got into FPS and played Call of Duty competitively. Found DayZ in 2012 with Armour and haven't left. Been uploading videos to YouTube since 2008, but this year I decided to take it more seriously and try to grow my brand.
Very good.
Very, very nice. And how's that gone for you? Actually, I saw that you recently just passed 1,000 subs.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
On YouTube. Absolutely fantastic to see, mate. It's like
Superb,
literally
mate.
the first thing that you see. It's like,
Yeah, it's like once you get like 4 digits, you notice that right away more than anything else. Like, oh, this is cool.
yeah, just a little bit. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it was actually very quick. So I was just sitting at 200 for a really long time, and then I put out a few shorts and one video did really well, and it went from 200 to like over 1,000 within like a few weeks' time. It was really crazy. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try a little harder on these.
Did you apply for a partner yet?
What was that?
Did you apply for YouTube partner yet?
Oh, not yet. I need the watch hours. A lot of my views are coming from the shorts, so they're not quite there yet. I got a few videos that got the watch time, but I'm halfway there. I'm at the 2K mark.
You're smashed up.
You should make a video called DayZ ASMR of just literally a 30-minute loop of like rain and a fire on a tent,
Dude.
and then just stream that live for like 3 days. You know,
Dude, we were talking about this the other. I was talking about this the other day with somebody, and it's exactly what they said. Like, yo, you need DayZ ASMR. I was like, you show me to shoot an M4 for 40 minutes? He's like, are you stupid?
Trust me, bro. If you want to cheese YouTube, hit me up. I'll tell you all the little.
Dude,
He knows
please,
all the
I will be asking. I need it, man.
What I would say you don't want to
Hilarious.
do is you don't want to do a video that, I cured the side of 1,000 DayZ players because people will just hate on you for doing something nice. So don't do that. Don't do a video called I cured the side of 1,000 DayZ players.
Okay.
And don't try to take humanity to Mars. You have to solve third world country hunger instead.
Yeah, it seems a little bit beyond my brain capacity.
But saying that, I do love your banner, mate. That looks quality.
It does.
Very,
Thank you.
good.
Yeah, I got it done on Fiverr. Everything I've gotten for my channels is done on Fiverr. Fiverr is a gold mine of like talented people.
No, yeah,
Content
just
creator's best friend.
Yeah, Fiverr is a gold mine for anything, really. You can get everything done off there nowadays.
Pretty much, yeah. Even thumbnails.
Even
Yeah.
your taxes.
Yep. Yeah, probably.
There you go.
No, but it is really, really great. And then, I watched a couple of your videos and actually had like a really good laugh with them. I think I managed to watch the video where you done on Spearhead.
Mm-hmm.
And I recognize a few bases in that video.
Yeah. So a lot of people on that server really thought we were, I don't know, like super hardcore, like tryhards and
Yeah.
wanted to take the server down. But then you watch the video and it's just goofing around the whole time. Like we're so unserious.
Yeah. No, trust us. I knew that at the time, but yeah, there was a little bit of. But
Yeah, a lot of people were the biggest fans.
It was fun though, mate. It was really, really fun. I really enjoyed what you guys did on that serve. It was always good banter.
Yeah, thank you. We always try to take on like the villain role and just have fun with it.
I think you succeeded.
Yeah. That's usually what we do, whether we're trying to or not. That's how it goes, bros.
So do you want to tell everybody a little bit, like, what we're kind of talking about? Let people know what kind of like videos you what kind of stuff you and your mates get on.
So generally we're a really big group. We started playing on a server called UN way back in the day. It was popular for a while. It kind of disappeared. It was my group of my personal friends met up with another group of personal friends, met up with another group of personal friends, and we sort of made like a mega group. And it didn't mean to work out that way, but it just did. And we'd go into servers, we're pretty PvP heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, anytime there's a big group PvPing, getting a lot of kills, people generally don't get happy with that.
Yeah.
Understandably so sometimes, but that's just kind of how we've always played the game. We kind of just jump on, like, go for funny clips. Like, we see someone, we'll have like 6 of us, and there's like one guy running through a field wall, try to 360 no scope him from 100 meters, and just we just goof around a lot. And a lot of people think we're a little more serious than we actually are.
Yeah.
But generally, I just go for funny clips and just try and, make the best out of what you can get from DayZ.
Oh, that's what you got to do. And I've always said, kind of like on this show, is like DayZ is the kind of game of it is what you make of it. Exactly. So if you want to have like that hardcore element or whatever PvP element, or if you do want to like do 360 no scopes 100 meters away in a field, then there you go.
Yeah, that's what really keeps me coming back to DayZ. You know, it's just it's usually always a different experience, and there's so many options for all the servers out there.
Yeah.
That's what really hooked me.
We've actually had quite a lot of discussion, especially today, in the general about the server situation. Boydie, I don't know if you've managed to read on the conversation, or Archie or Cobra, have you read into it?
What was that about again? Sorry,
I have not. No.
The server situation that's been going on, especially on the vanilla launcher.
I had a bit of a look at the vanilla launcher stuff, but I was just thinking to myself, like, I don't understand what the issue is. I barely have a problem with the vanilla launcher. It could do with some more bells and whistles, but for the most part, it's just a solid, simple launcher.
It's kind of slow sometimes, but
yeah,
there's a lot of servers it's crawling through, you know. So.
Yeah.
It worked. I just wish it'd show the exact player count. That would be
Yeah, none of the launchers are very good at that, dude. And then a lot of them the time is wrong too. That's what sucks, because I play officials, and then it'll say it's 1800, which is 6 p.m. and I'll click it and it's midnight. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But you said you played Call of Duty competitively, mate. Tell us a bit about that. That sounds quite interesting.
Yeah, I played like competitive COD back when I was, in high school. Kid, played on websites, game battles, Fragnet, before that became like a hosting thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I played Modern Warfare 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is considered by most people to be like the golden COD.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest for competitive, but it was definitely like the most fun I had.
I think Modern Warfare 2 is the golden COD, because not many people were really watching a lot of the online. YouTube was still relatively niche, a bit more. Justin TV / Twitch was very, very niche. So the original COD, I don't know if you guys ever remember, there was a guy I watched all the time, Operator Perry.
I remember him. The quad.
Yeah.
Takes me back.
Yeah, but it was quite niche back then. So Modern Warfare 2, though, because Modern Warfare blew up. Thanks to the likes of him and your C Nanas and Hutch and all the rest of them. The
those
early
two are
days,
like the goats.
yeah, Machinima back in those days, and Machinima's a whole rabbit hole to go down. With how they treated a lot of their creators who signed up, but that was the only way you could make money back then on YouTube, was to be signed up by an MCN. But then, after them, and then when Modern Warfare 2 came out, you had, was it World at War was the one in between Modern Warfare? Yeah. So, you basically had 3 amazing Call of Duties, which just blew the game up into the stratosphere. What was the competitive scene like at the time back then?
Modern Warfare 2 wasn't super crazy. It's kind of when it started growing. I think around Black Ops 1 afterwards, that's when it really blew up, especially Black Ops 2. That's where it became very, very popular, where you're seeing like the main stages and it looks like a real event instead of playing, like in somebody's garage. Around MW2 is like kind of where it just started budding. But it was really fun. It wasn't ever very serious for me. It was just something that was like my main hobby before I, got into PC gaming. All I did was play competitive COD. Did
you make any, do any LANs or anything like that? Make any big tournaments? Play against any big names that we would know?
I played against a few big names. I played against like Complexity's old roster way back in the day. Got absolutely stomped.
Wings of Redemption?
I was too young. No, Wings of Redemption. Yeah, I remember that name. That's an old one.
He's an internet legend, him.
Jesus. He's a rabbit hole if you want to go down, folks, if you want to see how not to be a creator. But then again, you could argue the guy's still doing it and he still makes money from it. So it works for him. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah, no, I was too young to actually get the money. I was like 15, 14, still in high school. The only real winnings I took home was like a nice pair of Astros, which were around $200. So I'll take that.
Yeah.
I broke them immediately because I had them under a blanket on a chair and I sat down and just ruined him. So
no.
that lasted about a week. But that was my one thing to take away from competitive COD.
Don't
Other
sit
than
on
the experience.
Back in the day, I used to watch YouTube during the Modern Warfare 2 days, and there was this guy that would come on there named Diarrhea Panic. And I would always say, man, one day this guy's going to blow up. And he did. It's Dr. Disrespect now.
Really?
There you
No
go.
way.
Yeah.
Really?
Crazy.
He had like 4,000 subs on YouTube.
Just quickly, while we're on that topic, did you guys see the tweet that got a bit of attention? Someone took a clip from his stream, and someone said you should go play DayZ, and he's like, I could just imagine the cycles that are playing. A lot of people took offense to that. I didn't. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
No, that's hilarious.
I don't think he meant it
funny.
offense.
I think he meant it purely as fucking psychos play that game because the shit that they do in that game.
You gotta be a masochist, bro. You gotta be a masochist to even play DayZ in the state that it's been in for 10 years, man. So.
I'm definitely planning to put that clip on my video somewhere and then switch to a kill montage.
Yep.
With that being the beginning. Yeah.
It's a worthy meme, I think. You know, Dr. Disrespect, who is a bit of a psychopath himself when you hear the way he talks in game and some of the things he said and been cancelled for and that, and him thinking that DayZ players are psychos. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I even retweeted it.
Yeah, he used to throw shade at DayZ players. I remember watching his stream once because he used to be my favorite streamer back when I watched a lot of streams. And some guy was camping in a corner or something for like the whole match, and he goes, "Hey, bro, go play DayZ. You got no life." I remember that one. I was like, "Hey, dude, you're right."
Yeah. So what dragged you over to a game like DayZ? Because when you
it's kind of like
to go from Call of Duty's great because you can jump in, have a quick match, and then go off and to go on with the rest of your day. DayZ's such a time-intensive game. What brought you over to the hardcore Spurg world?
So I kind of got tired of playing, like I played competitive COD and a little bit of Halo, and I was getting tired of like competing, but the rush of competing that you get is really fun. Winning's cool. Having everything on the line is fun sometimes. Essentially, nothing's huge for me back then, but I kind of got that feeling in DayZ during PvP, like you die, you lose everything you just spent hours working for, and there's no game that I've been able to play that recreates that. And it still happens to this day. Like that rush you get like during PvP is always so fun and exciting. And especially the unique interactions like that you get with people. Like I've made the people I met in the DayZ mod in 2012 of January, I've known for 10 years now, and we still play together, and we've met each other in real life.
How old were you back then?
I started playing DayZ in like the month the game came out. So I was a sophomore in high school. So like 15, 16, I think. I don't remember how old you are. But yeah, I made lifelong friends off the game. What really drew me in is my friend brought me over to his house. He's like, yo, you need to check out this new game. You can do whatever you want. I was like, what do you mean? He shows me the gameplay, and he met this guy, and they were running through old Cherno. He was at 20 FPS. He had a Lee Enfield and a Makarov, and he's like teaming with this guy, and they're trying to get to the store, and they're fighting their way to it through all the buggy zombies who are glitching through the walls and hitting them from like 40 meters away. And this guy just got tired of him and turned around and shot him and killed him. I was like, wait, what do you mean? Why'd he kill you? He's like, you can just do that. He did that. He's an asshole for that. I was like, you can just turn around and shoot whoever you want. He's like, yeah.
As he was telling that story, I heard all the old 6.2 sound effects.
Yeah. Same here, dude.
But I was even picturing because he's talking about the mod and that janky running style and
the clip clop with the gun on your back and those terrible zombie sounds. They're actually kind of better than the new ones.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of like them more.
Legacy had a lot of stuff.
That moment you first discover DayZ Cobra, it's mind blowing if you aren't aware that games like that exist. Just this. What do you mean? He just shot you? Why? Because he wanted to, and it's like, what? You've got free will in a video game. You can do whatever you want to whoever you want. What? It's mind blowing, isn't it, Cobra?
Well, I mean, I think he's touched on 2 points there, which I think is very, very pertinent, and that is number one. I too have got. I think a lot of us have friends that we've not necessarily known, as in seen in real life, but through DayZ from years ago. I'm still in contact with loads of these people. I've met a couple of these people, mostly around the world and all kinds of stuff. So that's great. But secondly, going back to what you were just saying, I mean, it's mad. You can team up with somebody for 4 or 5 hours, and they may turn around and shoot you after all of it. So, it is absolutely crazy shit.
4 or 5 days, man. I've had,
absolutely.
I've done it myself. It always feels scummy, but I don't know. Just try to.
I've done it myself too.
You have to dehumanize the people.
Yeah.
We played with a guy for like a week straight, and then I logged on one day, and all my shit was gone, all my codes were changed, man. Like,
yeah. I've had it. I'll tell you the one thing I did do. This is the one time I did let myself down. We had Slytherin on a couple of weeks back, one of my old buddies, and I got a little bit annoyed with my team. We was trying to go through tactics, so I just fucking lit 2 of them up whilst mid-raid, and I was like, we clipped it. We clipped it and put it out as a bit of a funny meme, but, that shit happens. It's great.
Let them go back to the coast and be silly.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not
funny.
Silly time. This is tactical time.
Did you have any
Go
trouble?
in the naughty corner.
Suparra, did you have any trouble bringing over any of your COD mates to the game? Like, did any of them struggle with understanding what DayZ was about? And
essentially, none of them came. I didn't play with like any of my competitive team or people that really played COD. It's essentially it's a whole different world. Like kind of how you touched earlier. You said you hop on COD for 20 minutes, you go about your day. DayZ's a commitment. A lot of those people didn't want to do that, and I completely understand. I'm still friends with those people today, and we all joke about that. I'm like, hey guys, when we hopping on DayZ and they're over there playing like Apex and League, they're like, yeah, you're funny, man. Like, we have things to do. They always joke about that, but
there's that whole no life factor again of DayZ. Yeah,
if you're not good at it, just say that.
Exactly.
Sounds like a skill issue.
But the thing is, a good thing now is there's so many mods and server types, because the way DayZ is, there's actually servers that can provide that, where you just hop on and get like instant gratification. I always say DayOne Essiker is one of those. You can hop on and it's just get geared easily, or it's just instantly crazy moments like in the spawn towns. That's personally one of my favorite servers.
I have to interrupt here. I think I need some context, but just feel free to tell me if we don't want to know about this, Archie. What does raise mean in chat there?
Let's see.
Or the girl
the guy you play with for months. Then he freaks out over practical jokes on the new girl, hey.
Oh, okay. I'll make this quick. All right. So there was this girl who came on and she wanted to run with us. And it was basically just like to poach viewers, right? It was back when I was on Twitch. And we were meeting up at a base to raid it. And I had this guy named Boats. I let him run around with us for a few weeks because he was in the Navy too back in the day. And he seemed like a pretty solid dude. But this girl was always taking forever to get to us, or we'd have to go feed her. And every time I'd find her, she was wearing like pink matching clothes and shit. And I told her, so me and Ray's are standing literally for 2 hours waiting for them to get some whetstones to where we were to raid this base. And I said, dude, if she shows up with matching clothes, I'm going to kill her. Like, I'm going to kill her in the game. It's just going to be like, because she's always doing it, right? Striped pink ski mask and all that. So I said, if she shows up, we're going to give her a message from the head office, which is a thing we do. If we say, give them a message from the head office, they'll say, what head office? And then you say, the blow your head office, and shoot them, right? So she shows up and she's wearing this matching purple outfit. So Ray smokes her. Well, the guy Boats that had been playing with us for weeks and only been playing with her for like 2 days just turns on us instantly and tries to go White Knight, and he shoots the wrong guy because I had just swapped helmets with another guy, so he thought that guy was me. And then I smoked him. But then he left the Discord and came in the chat and started raising hell. It was honestly one of the grossest simp moments I've ever seen in my life. But man.
He's touched on something there, Suparra, that DayZ brings out emotions like pretty much no other game. Like I'm watching a Call of Duty guy at the moment, These Knives Only. Absolutely amazing player, and hence his name, Knives. He primarily uses knives. He uses it with a riot shield because it's one of the most toxic combinations you can have: riot shield and knives, throwing knives in the game. But other than people really raging at you, that's about the limit of emotions with Call of Duty and games like that. DayZ though, Suparra, just brings out so many the betrayals and and the evil
You
side
can break
of you.
someone's heart.
Yes, you can. Yeah. Well, have you ever done that to someone?
Oh yeah, man! I ran with a guy for like 3 hours. It's like a few months ago too. We were just running through Namalsk, and he swore we were going to be brothers for life. You know, he thought we were going to go the whole long haul, and then he picked up a hunting bag that I wanted, and next thing you know, it's just me, myself, and I.
Did you do it with style, or did you just end him and leave him wondering what the fuck happened?
Just of it, I was like, "Holy shit, what's that over there?" And then I shot him. I'm not very proud of that, but
just the good old George and Lenny situation. Yeah.
I haven't mentioned this guy in a while, but one of my biggest, one of the people I fanboy the most over in DayZ is a British guy by the name of Danny Boy, and some of the stuff he did to people in his videos was next level, and that's what I love. You know, yes, KOS is fine and all the rest of it. There's always a time. I've done it. Everyone's done it pretty much. There aren't many people who can handle their heart say they've never KOS'd. But Danny Boy, the way he did it was there was so much style, and he did it to really get the emotion out of people. And at times you genuinely feel bad because he'll do it to the nicest person. And he had a great editing style. If you haven't, you need to go check out his channel because it'll give you inspiration for. I'll see if I can find a link before someone in chat does. But he just, but he would. It wasn't always guaranteed that he was going to do it. Sometimes he would just, let them.
I think I found his channel here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just found his channel. I'll share it in chat for anyone who wants to check him out. But he stopped playing. He's ex-military as well, Cobra. And yeah, just absolute champion of a man. I loved the fact that he would always go just that little bit extra to make it a memory, because listening to you guys talk, lad, everyone's been in PvP and probably got some great moments, but you don't really remember them. It's those interactions, the betrayals, the friends you make through the game that you remember more so than just the kills.
I remember a few. Oh Lord, I remember a few. I remember
shooting a DayZ dev in the stream.
Was he stream sniping?
No,
I wasn't.
You weren't here last week. You weren't here, so you get to say it again.
Oh my, yeah. So I was off work last Friday, and I actually managed to get on to playing on the play test that they do every single Friday, right? Mm-hmm. And I was trying to get to DOJ. He died. He went back to the course. I was like, right, I'm just gonna go west and just whatever. Ended up at Gorka. And I'm like, right, I'm not going to be here long. I'll just go, get in, loot, log off. And then I saw a couple of dead infected, so I'm like, oh, right, okay. So I was kind of following the trail, and I saw this guy. In one of the the market stalls, and he's just kneeling there. So I'm like on mic. I'm like, put your fucking hands up. Get your hands up. Drop all your guns and weapons on the floor. And he put his guns on the floor. But then he done that. So I'm like, okay, that's strike one. And
that's
then
strike fucking 7, mate, that is.
and then he done that.
Maybe he was trying to find F5, dude.
No. Yeah. So I knew that's what he was gonna do. So when I aim, I just press right click to toggle it instead of holding it. That's the way I like to play. I accidentally pressed left click while the gun was aiming at his head, and his brain splattered all across the wall. And I felt really bad because I thought that, this guy's he's obviously new to the game. He's just trying to experiment for the first time.
So he was pretty bad, right? So who is this you're talking about that you shot?
The producer of DayZ.
So what you're saying is your resume at DI's in the shredder. Is what you're saying.
Yes. I am never getting hired there. Oh my god! But it was so funny. I didn't even find out until he responded to it on Twitter. I was like, oh shit.
So so this is intriguing. So how did you accidentally press the trigger?
So the way that my mouse is, you got like the little indent here. My left, my finger was just slightly too bit to the left instead of right.
And not gonna, boy.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like full of adrenaline because I'm thinking, if this guy's alone and he's this casual, he's obviously got other people around. He didn't. I was just an idiot.
I wish I would pay money for a clip of that just to hear the adrenaline, the cortisol in Lad's bloodstream in his voice. All right, put your hands up. I don't know why he was Irish. In that, but, I mean?
Put your hands up. Put your guns in the crowd. Put your hands up.
A fake voice, yeah.
Yes. Oh, mate.
Sound like a leprechaun, mate. Anyway.
So Suparra, you said you're
so
focusing more now on trying to grow your channel. What have you been doing to do that, mate?
Just trying to be more consistent with the uploads.
Yep.
Fighting a, battle of balancing life and playing this game that takes so long to play, along with a unhealthy Apex Legends addiction. I'm trying to put out content more often, but I'm just trying to work at being more consistent, really. That's the biggest problem.
I see you're having some good success with the shorts, like a lot of people are now, mate. They seem to be the big ones for you, and but sadly, they don't really count towards your normal video view hours, though, do they?
No. So shorts, you can either become partnered by 10 million short views or 4,000 watch hours. What I will say the shorts do is subscribers. That I have one short under popular that was around, it's almost at 250K now, I think. Trying to find it. It's a 200K anyway. That's the one. It's netted me around 500 subscribers. Just that short alone. So I've noticed the shorts get you a lot of subs, especially when they're like really action packed. Like the one that did the best for me was 6 kills in 6 minutes.
Yeah, 232K. Just looking at it now. You've got a couple of other 100K videos there.
Yeah, I have quite a few now that are 6 digits. I'm pretty happy about those. Those are the ones that are bringing in all the subs. So I'd say that's what the shorts are good for, but I do want to try and make like high quality, long content.
Yeah, you want like more like full form factor content to keep people in.
Always the hardest.
Yeah. Knowing your play style though, I'd imagine that wouldn't be too difficult, especially like considering you are kind of taking it a bit seriously. So I really hope that you do get those watch hours and get yourself partnered, because that's going to be chef's kiss. It's going to be really nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I have a couple of big videos planned coming up that I'm going to put a lot of effort into. One's going to be like, excuse me, somewhat of a video essay on like what makes DayZ so special, and I'm going to kind of go back all the way to like 2012 and come up to the present just to like explain how far this game has come, because the past 2 years, if you look at the player chart of this game, it's slow and steady growth, and I want to like emphasize and like make a video about like why DayZ didn't fully die back in like 2016 and 15 when it had like 3 people playing it basically. And
those darn DayZ killers.
I was one of those 3 people for sure.
Yeah, me too.
That must have been me as well. Then. There you go. There's your 3.
Not 3. It was averaging about 2K players a day. The game was essentially dead. There was no update. The game barely worked.
Oh, there was one time.
And if you look now,
oh, my bad, brother.
Oh no, you're good. I'm saying you look now and the player charts look amazing, and it's just doing really good.
Yeah, there was one time it was probably back in 2016, 2017. It was like 3 a.m, and I wanted to see how many people were on Steam, and it was only like 300. It was crazy low.
Yeah, those are the dark ages that are behind us and hopefully stay behind us.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how far it's come. And it's like even now, Friday night, 51,659.
Is that on the DZSO or was that on the official?
That's on Steam DB.
Now, does that count? That's just Steam, right?
That's just Steam.
That's just
yeah. So then you're not even counting the console players.
No.
Which is probably equal to or more.
It's more, I think.
It's definitely more because it's so much more accessible on console.
So you could honestly say there's probably 100,000 people plus playing.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
I wonder how many people are still playing Apex Legends or something like that. Something that was, extremely popular a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Like that Dread Hunger game. No one's playing it. It looked so promising. And the player count was like 400 the other day.
Oh, sheesh.
And look,
what's that game? It's like
just Monday last week, or in the week just gone. A new player record, 63,000. So,
I saw that.
It's
They even
insane.
commented. They even commented that on the community spotlight. That
Yes.
from between like Christmas and then, it already broken another record. And it's kind of like, it's. I find it fantastic because they managed to keep the game alive. And yes, sure, it's been a very, very problematic development, but it's just a true testament that no other game is truly like DayZ. Like, we've seen many DayZ killers come and go, and none of them can get the simplest basics right. Like, there's, like, you know, and we've mentioned about the day before personally, and I'll say it, what I said in Discord. I don't give a shit about the day before. We all know why. That game's not going to be a DayZ killer, and it's just like, no other game can even come close to the simplicity but complexity of DayZ.
It's a charm, man.
It is. It is it's a good bloody charm, dude. Like, and you know, Suparra, you've been around since practically day one, and the rest of us, we've been around since different times throughout the past 10 years. We've all got different experiences, but every single one of us, I can assume, would agree that DayZ has its charm, and nothing comes close to getting that right.
Yeah, even when the game barely worked back in those dark ages like 2015, 16, I still stuck with it, because nothing could match the feeling.
Because nothing else can immerse you like that. I mean, the only other game that I think has came close to immersing me like DayZ has is probably either Stranded Deep or The Forest, and it's still not. It's still nowhere because there's not that chance of getting killed by another player. There's not that PvP element.
One thing I'm going to say, and Suparra, I'll be interested in your take on this because I know how most of the co-hosts feel about it. But DayZ, like I'm looking at something right now, and I'll bring it up for you guys to see as well. Give me one sec. So this is the Scum player charts, just on Steam charts. Look at the all-time peak.
Yeah.
68,000, more than DayZ has had, even at DayZ's peak. What this says to me is that people want there to be a game that is like DayZ but better, but no one has really managed to get it. This is when Scum released. People went crazy for it. DayZ, as much as we all love it, but there's a lot of people who are butthurt by the game. Whether it be because Dean took off and went to climb Everest or the 2015 roadmap. There's a lot of people who will never going to play DayZ. Let's have a look at what Rust is at. Everyone kind of forgets Rust.
Miscreated. I forgot about that game.
244,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all kids with Asperger's on Rust, man. That's the thing about Rust is it attracts the like 12 to 25-year-old demographic because the kids want to play on a game where the character starts out running around naked. It's edgy to them, and that they don't want to play DayZ because it's hard. You know what I mean? Rust is difficult, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot easier than DayZ is.
I'm sorry, can we stop for a second? Boydie, what adverts are you getting? What are these ads? Use ad. Jesus Christ!
That's cool. That.
Oh. No, that's normal. That's normal, right?
There we go.
God, people watching.
Got his VPN selected to Japan. That's what it was.
People watching the VOD are going to be looking at the advertisements like, ooh.
But there is a market for these games, and the day before is showing. It was the most wishlisted game on Steam before it got removed, and is it back up again? I don't know, but
no,
there's a lot of genuine interest in it. But I think part of the key to DayZ has been whilst it is complicated, it's still relatively simple. Get in, find some shit, find people to kill, try to avoid the infected, the zombies, whatever, and just have some fun. It doesn't go too full on with many of the areas of it. Trucker, thank you so much. for the 2 donations so far, mate. I've got to give you a shout out. We missed your first one. Excuse me, do you have a minute to talk about Lord and Saviours, the Sunshine Supreme and Church of the Holy Mackerel? Hail hydration from the congregation. Archie, what is the sunshine? I'm scared. I'm scared to ask this because this is you, Archie.
Video, it's class.
The Sunshine. Oh no, I know
good.
this one as well. The Sunshine Supreme Pizza Company. Yeah. Okay, it's just that video where you were making pizzas. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely not how we launder our money.
No.
Suparra, have you seen that video?
I have not actually.
Archie, you gotta get. Oh right, okay. I'm gonna have to go and find it.
You need
Put the
to
link in
check some
chat.
of Archie's
Let's
as
have a
well.
look.
Yeah.
Archie is one of those who truly embraces not just being about PvP, but about interactions, and he ends up killing a lot of people. But he likes to do it.
No,
in
they
ways...
kill themselves actually.
Yeah.
Yes, that's.
I'm still waiting for the Archie Stimpee collab. Trap bases in DayZ.
That guy is funny. Stimpee
He's
is.
still the only
Stimpee,
person I
yeah.
follow on TikTok, man.
Yeah, he's funny. It's funny.
He liked my tweet. Did you see that? That was my first fangirl moment I've ever had in my life.
Did you guys see his last video where
Yeah.
No,
he had his
haven't watched
sponsor?
it yet.
Yes.
I'm sitting there watching it, and then he goes, and now it's time for the ad break. So my sponsor said to me that I didn't have to stay on script, that I could go free with it. And I'm thinking, they didn't, did they?
Oh,
They didn't.
no.
And the next line that came out of his mouth was full Stimpee. So I was going down on my boyfriend, and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. How game are you people to tell Stimpee that you can go full... Yeah, it blew my mind. It's that's Stimpee, you know. The guy gets it. I don't know how he survives in this current meta on YouTube, Suparra. You?
I don't know, man. That guy is out there, but I think that's why he survives. Is because he's himself. He does whatever he wants, and everyone enjoys
Do you guys
it.
know what server he's playing on?
I'll go on, tell us.
DayOne
looks like-
servers. It's DayOne
Yeah,
servers.
DayOne, is it?
Day
Because
one,
I reached out to him because it always made me sad. You know, prior to about 6 months ago when he started playing on it, with his play style, like he tried playing on my favourite server, DayZ Down Under, and a few others. It's very hard for someone like him. I looked at his play style and I went, I know the server you need to go on. So I sent him a DM and I said, Stimpee, I really want to see you. And yeah, it's my love of DayZ. I'm fucking biased. I love the game. I love Stimpee. He's a Queenslander like I am now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And if you know Queensland and NRL, you'll get that reference that he does in those videos. But I sent him a link and I just said, mate, you need to check out the DayOne servers because he thrives on interaction. He needs people to talk to and all the rest of it. And I went, the servers for you are going to be DayOne. The ping isn't going to be great, but it's still playable. And he actually sent me a message back, which is the highlight of my fucking life, just saying, thanks for the tip with DayOne, been having a lot of fun, basically. And it makes me happy because I want to see him do good content for DayZ to showcase to people what's possible. And the best servers for a person like him, they are DayOne. Do you play him, Suparra?
Yeah, I've been playing those servers since they were called Smoke Survival. I am strictly loyal to those servers, and if anyone asks me a recommendation, that's my go-to. I think it's like, you play DayZ however you want, but I think that's the best way to play it for me.
The only issue is though he can't do trap.
Anything.
He can't do trap bases on there with Archie.
Back in the day, they had bases when it was called Smokes. They actually used to have bases, and they got rid of it, and that's when they really blew up, and their servers multiplied because they were the first one to do the whole no base thing.
Yep.
It's an interesting situation there.
Yeah,
I do like that adventure, no bases.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing because I don't like the way bases are. I don't think they promote like a fun play style. I think they need to be reworked completely. But
I'd agree.
I mean,
completely agree.
I mean, tell that to Archie. I think he had a good use of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, just people that want to run in there and get content quickly. It's not going to be. It's not going to be any use to them like Stimpee, of course. But I think they add an entirely new dynamic to the game, and you introduce factional gameplay that way and stuff like that. So the run and gun thing, I did that in my first 3,000 hours of DayZ. That shit's boring to me now. So
I feel that.
I like playing Wiggle Rat and getting in people's shit and stealing it. I like building trap bases and stuff. But to each his own, man. You know what I mean? I don't knock anybody's play style. 99% of the time, I'm on the coast hitting people in the head with a pipe. So.
Hey, that's a good time to me too. I like that.
Suparra, I've got one more question for you, mate.
What's up?
Being a former competitive player in Call of Duty, what are your thoughts on a competitive scene in DayZ? AKA, if you were playing back in 2012, you probably remember Survivor games.
Oh yeah,
The original.
Yeah, that was terrible. Well, just mostly the format of that was bad, but I don't know. I don't think it really works. I kind of like a lot of these events people are doing, like Happy Bombs, where they're making multiple teams and you're like putting out objectives. I wouldn't say it's somewhat competitive, but I feel like that's a good format that could work for a competition.
Yep.
Like,
It's a
I'd play that for sure.
It's a friendly competitive scene, I think, when it gets to events like that. You know, everybody, you know, the groups, they obviously want to win, but at the same time, they want to have a laugh. They want to have a good banter on with each other, and I think everybody there understands it. With like a true hardcore competitive scene in DayZ, how would you really do it? Like, it has to obviously be something custom, like completely custom. It can't just be playing the game normally. Like, how hardcore competitively can you get by going and getting all the loot? Like, how is that even possible?
So there's a niche little pocket of the community that I discovered like a while ago on a lot of these really, really heavily modded servers where you can spawn in, and in the first house you can find like basically like akimbo AS50s, right? So I found these servers that are just easy loot, unlimited stam. You can wear basically like Master Chief suit worth of armor.
Yeah.
And these players on there have macros to where their character will wiggle while they're sprinting. They play in crunched aspect ratio. They have their settings on negative low with 10,000 view distance. And they have center dots on their screen and they're wiggling. I think that's as hardcore as you're going to get. I watch those guys play. I'm like, wow, these guys are playing like, basically they turned it into CSGO in a way.
Bro, those are the kind of people that buy a Hyundai and trick it out, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's I mean, if they enjoy it, that's cool. Like, it looks fun, but like, it's not what I imagine for DayZ. I imagine that's the type of people to attract, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
in a way.
It's certainly not my cup of tea, but you know, that's how people want to play.
If they were gun enthusiasts, they would only have high points. You know what I mean? I don't know if any of my Australian and Europeans get that joke, but like, I don't know.
I'm British.
Maybe
we don't believe in guns.
I don't know.
It's not that great. One funny thing though is I see a lot of people, because when I play, I have like an M4. I'll take everything off of it in game, minus like the handguard and the buttstock. I won't use any sights. I just use the iron sights because it's the best thing to use.
Somebody gets it. I love it.
And a lot of people in the comments are like, it's not very realistic, man. How are you supposed to use that with no backside? And I'm like, hey, shut up. It's a video game.
It's supposed to be all tactical out, man. What are you doing?
Now, we had the Community Spotlight released through the week, folks. Got it coming up here. And it was quite a good one for the 87.8 community. We had quite a few people get a shout out in it.
Oh, nice.
First up, we had,
we did.
And even just people that we've had on. There was Wobo, Foxtrot, Beans, and then we get into the War of the Women.
The War of the Women.
And then we got Taskmaster. I'm actually looking forward to this with Sauerkraut. So what is this Taskmaster show for those that... It's a British show, isn't it?
It's a British show, yes, from my understanding. Bearing in mind I don't watch TV anymore. It's... there's a group of people who are given a task and they have to complete. Sometimes there's like trick tasks or something like that. So like, for example, with the last event, all of us, we had to find a bear in Cherno, and then it turned out it was, through all that time, the bears were actually in the studio, and we were like, are you actually fucking kidding me? Stuff like that. But Taskmaster is meant to be a really entertaining show. Again, I don't know. I don't watch British TV anymore. So
I've only seen it once.
Take it with like a grain of salt, but Sauerkraut, the way that he's doing it, and I've seen a couple of sneak peek pictures, it's very entertaining. Very, very entertaining.
That sounds like...
Sorry, go for it.
No, I was going to say, that sounds like good content in DayZ. That sounds really funny.
And that's it. There's
it's
so
really
much
fun.
you can do.
There's so much you can do, yeah.
Even back in the early days, when we had Jam Jar doing his Prize Surprise Demise, and There's so many different things you can do. Zagoria by Project Lemon, they did an update for that.
Yep.
So follow him over there on Twitter. A video by Mr. Cobra exploring Chimsey.
Oh no!
I butchered the name on that.
It's Kimsey.
Yeah, I always get that name wrong, man.
Oh, that's your video. Oh wow,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Shout out.
It took me ages to get that screenshot, by the way.
That is a great screenshot. That is a banger.
I'm gonna again. You need to be following Skulls Peter if you're not, folks. He's got videos on
he's quality.
Fucking everything from sausage rolls to just how to.
He has something I want.
And if you just follow him with his favourite new toy, he's got some great little shots of that.
Shut up, be quiet.
Lad, with your lighting overhaul, mate, you've been getting some really, really good reviews on this. People are loving it.
Yeah, it's actually quite fascinating. So, I posted like a tweet. You're all wrong about how to say Kimsey. Shut up. So, I posted a tweet. At that point, it got like 43,000 subs. I was stoked. I was extremely excited, because it's like I've developed not that many standalone mods. I'm the one that's got my fingers in a lot of different pies, right? So I like collaborate with a bunch of different people. Winter Shinoris, Masters Many Out Overhaul, Snafu, stuff like that. So now the mod's reached 47,000 subs. With 273 favourites and 109 positive ratings out of 114. And
very good, mate.
Yeah, I was fucking chuffed. I was really chuffed. And recently, ever since the mod really launched, I've been helping out with the Stalker Z servers with their lighting, and been helping them get it just right, and it's a surreal experience. Yes, Reyes, I am a pie fingerer. But yeah, it's. I've got more ideas for it, but right now I really need to catch up on some commissions that I was supposed to be working on. Sorry, it's sauerkraut.
This is a really good community spotlight, man. I think somebody gave Scotty an Adderall prescription.
Then we had the Running Man raising £72,000 for Alzheimer's research in the UK in 32 hours, and that's absolutely insane.
Quality.
He did share on his Twitter a interview he did with the radio station. It was quite funny listening to him explain what a Twitch streamer does. And I thought he actually explained it quite well, Cobra. Basically that I'm basically like a radio host, but I do it on a stream with playing a video game.
Yeah.
That's an insane amount of money, and that's Paul's dad. For those who don't know, who passed away recently after a lot of complications, which was very, very sad. But yeah.
Yeah.
What a cheeky bugger. That just to me says cheeky bugger. That dry smile and yeah. So,
he was a funny guy, man. Probably a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely, mate. It's just an astonishing amount, isn't it? 72 grand.
And he showed receipts, which is rare.
And he's also on the radio again today about it.
Wow.
So he's getting a lot of traction and a lot of attention.
Look, and then
which honestly, he deserves it.
You do good things. You deserve good coming back at you.
72,000 is a lot of fucking money. It is. I think some we need to hang on that number for a minute. That's a lot. That's I mean, what is that, like 2 Lincoln Navigators? That's insane.
That's half a house over him.
Yeah, dude. That's insane, man. Good job.
There's not many more people that deserve it than him, though. He's really good creator in this space. Yeah.
He's been here since
$800.
Yep.
Let's go with.
So that's 90 grand in the US, dude. That's insane.
116,230 Canadian dollars. That's 125,000 Australian dollars. It's just
so much money, man.
As well.
Let's just forget about the euro. It's not real.
8,300 euro.
No matter how you chop it up, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm so proud of him. I really, really am. Yep. Like I have been a fan of his since like I first got into like DayZ, just watching content, and I remember being in America, and when my ex-girlfriend and the family were out, they were all at work. I was terrified. I was that scared I watched The Running Mans. This is like 2017, 0.62. A little bit of taste of home there. I brought it with me. And it was, I even watched it then, and to see him continue to grow and then to do something like this, it's just, I'm so happy.
And it's not just for charities like this. We can't be talking about him and charity and not bring up what he did for Wobo. A lot of it wasn't just him. There was a lot of people who did stuff as well. But he raised what was it, $25,000 US dollars that went to Wobo to help out an integral member of the community in a time of need, which helped Wobo sort out what he needed to sort out while his mum was rehabilitating from that amazing surgery she had. And now we've got Wobo back, and bigger and better than ever. So do good things.
This
people.
Is the thing, though. This is the thing, though, with the DayZ community. Right, you've heard a lot of negativity the last few months, but generally there's so much positivity. Yes. And that's the difference. That's the difference. That's why the community's still it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Speaking of the community, this Rackstoke, mate, we've got to see about getting him on the show. Just to talk, because I love the stuff he shares on his Twitter account. These pictures that he shared of the
have you seen this, Suparra, yet? Do you?
I have not.
How invested are you in the community spotlights?
Community spotlight, I usually check them every here and there.
Yeah.
This guy you need to be following from on Twitter.
Racks to DayZ. I'll check him out right now.
Yeah, I'll get his
you got to.
link and I'll share it with everyone in chat and that. But he's phenomenal. The stuff that he's got on there, primarily all little snippets of information, pictures of the fire stations in DayZ, the IRL locations, and it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. It's such a beautiful thing to check. This is me pretty much. Every base in DayZ needs an unemployed friend to keep it in check.
Remind me about that later. I want to tell you something about that.
Well, I call those unemployed friends, which is me, base bitches. You need a base bitch. And
you definitely need a base bitch, yes.
I prefer the term base bum myself, but yeah.
Come on, Suparra, tell us your story.
Yeah, basically, how I mentioned earlier, how our giant mega group formed by multiple groups colliding. What happened with that was we had about half of our players from NA, and the other half was from EU. And we accidentally made an unrateable base, not because the base was that crazy or anything, it was about 2 doors deep, but there was just always someone online. We essentially accidentally made shifts. The Americans would get off, and the Europeans would get on, so the people on the server hate us, like, we can't rate them. Like, why can we rate them? Their base isn't that crazy. There's just always someone in the goddamn base. They don't do anything. They don't have jobs. I was like, no,
we just can't offline rate them. That's
it's not that we don't do anything. It's just we have shifts, and we didn't mean for this to happen, but there's just always someone on the base because it's either EU or NA, and it's just like, these guys must not have jobs or like significant others. It's just funny it worked out like that. It just seemed like we never got off, but we really did.
Oh, mate, I'll come on the back of that. I'll go on the back of that, right? So about 3 years ago, I had a team. I'll stay away from the term international team, but there was like a few Americans, a few Canadians, had a couple from Australia. It must have been about 24 in the team I was in. It wasn't my team, but the team I was in. And it was pretty impossible to not have someone on 24/7. And it got to the point, right, where if there was an attack on base, Discord messages would come out, mate, there'd be at least 20 come straight online, sleeping or not. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it lasted about 2.5 months, and I think I kind of got a bit annoyed with losing quite a bit of sleep, so I didn't last much longer than that. But no, that's some crazy stuff, man.
That's the downside of bases on big servers is you always got to log in. I got a buddy, Savage. He'll literally sleep with his speakers turned up. So logged in and re-log in. Yeah, swear to God, he's done it for years, man. And he'll put the ping out in Discord. We're getting raided. Never mind, I killed him. Go back to sleep. You know.
Yeah, we do the same thing.
He's Night Watch. He's literally the night guard.
I swear, if I'm lying, I'm dying on Facebook, the DayZ Facebook. I don't post in there because I don't want to get doxxed. But there was a guy who posted, our crew is looking for third shift gamers. It's better if you don't have a job. We all work during the day. We keep getting raided during the day. And all these people were like, I don't have a job. I'll do it. This one guy said he like lost his leg in a motorcycle accident, so he was on disability. He would do it. And they were all fighting over who would get the guy with no leg because he would be on all the time. And I was like, damn, bro. I mean, it's honestly, though, it's like, it's cool that, like, they have somewhere to go, you know?
Yeah.
They're appreciated. I mean, shit, he's still got both his arms so he can defend a base raid, right?
Love it. Love that, man.
Oh, my God.
By the way,
that's the stuff you only get from DayZ.
That's true, man. Earlier, you shared that tweet with the towers that are in Tizzy.
Yep.
The radar towers, and it had the radar up on top. Those are in the game files, by the way, DOJ. I don't know why they haven't been put back in to Tizzy yet. That would just add an aesthetic that would be superb.
What, the actual, like, dishes?
Yeah, the dishes are there, the cables, the mount, the stand, the battery, the generator that they plug into, everything is in the game file.
Because it's not a tree, mate. That's all he does is place trees and move buildings around.
He places and scripts trees.
Sorry,
he
did add shit in the bucket. So, which should be great for us.
Every single time I say, hey, DOJ, why don't they do this? He'll say, literally not my job. But this is mapping. So it literally is his job.
We baguette.
Yeah. Oh, Suparra, have you seen that little Easter egg in the Livonia bunker? If you play it.
Which one? I don't think so.
The shit in the bucket.
The shit in the bucket.
No, I have not seen that.
Yeah, he actually placed a piece of turd in a bucket in one of the subfloors.
It reminded him of Paris.
And he probably giggles like a school kid every time someone mentions it.
Yeah.
What else did we have? We had the interview series by Who Even Plays. Interaction is everything. This video series by Who Even Plays is a demonstration of how restraint can lead to interesting things. It's understandably risky to be vulnerable against an unknown other. And what is friendship without a bit of risk? Great job, Who Even Plays. Keep up the good work. I love that sort of stuff. Interviews in game, and you know.
Yeah.
I had a video series planned on that coming up. I was actually about to do something very similar to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to hit us up when it's out.
I like that idea, Suparra, because I had this conversation with a lot of people, and I've got a series which I'm slowly moving off of the 87.8 channel onto my own channel, Interactions, and it's all from pre-0.63 days, so you're getting to see some old stuff as well. But I called it Interactions or Encounters, and it was pretty much just trying to actually talk to people, and the majority of them took place at locations like the Northwest Airfield, and so many people just turn around and say to you, but what if you die? And it's like, who cares if you fucking die? You get bored with just PvP all the time, don't you, Suparra? You've got to take a risk and see what happened. I worded it as action will never lead to interaction, but interaction can lead to action or whatever. Because if you just start shooting, that's all that's going to happen. And even in some cases, there's videos where people shot at me and I just reply back to them, whoa, what are you doing? And so many times people would turn around to me and say, oh, you scared me. A lot of people think that people KOS just purely because they're evil fuckers who just want to kill everyone. And yes, there are some who are evil fuckers who just want to kill everyone. But most of the time, it's just fear and gear fear, isn't it, Suparra?
Yeah, absolutely. But I do think that is a necessary thing in DayZ, is having those evil people.
Yes, for sure.
Another conversation, but those people need to be in the game. But yeah, like some people just panic and shoot, and then the second you say something like, yo, my bad. The person I think is like the king of that is Smoke. I'm sure you're all familiar with Smoke. I think he's the best one. Like when you said interaction could lead to action, the way he'll creep around and just survey the scene forever, and he just makes. I think he's personally my favorite YouTuber of all time, but he has some of the best interactions with players.
It's easy to be confident about something like that, Archie, when you have PvP skills like him, because the guy is god tier, isn't he, Archie?
Smoke
is good.
His PvP skills.
I say he's close to Taupe's level. I think Taupe's the GOAT when it comes to PvP. I think he's almost unmatched. Taupe is very good.
Yeah, they're both very good. Yeah.
And they both value
Smoke's
interaction.
playstyle. Yeah, his playstyle is more adventure with this new person I met, which is really cool. I would do that if people would watch it, but they always expect me to like convince a person to jump off a bridge or something. But honestly, like I used to watch him back in the day when I would go to sleep at night because he used to stream. I don't know if he still does. I don't go on Twitch, but he would stream at night. So I would, living in Washington State, I'd lay down and turn his stream on and watch it till I fell asleep like every day. And that was my favorite thing, is he would go on those adventures and stuff instead of being an asshole. But yeah, he's good, man. And he's like me. He's a no HUD guy. I can't stand playing with the HUD on.
Yeah, he's I'd say his thing is immersion. Like his streamers are very immersive. He'll walk by a pistol instead of just grabbing it. He'll middle click it to get like the whole, like inspect view. He'll like spin it around, then he'll pick it up. He'll look down with Alt. He'll look at it in his hand. I'm like, I feel like I'm watching like a live action show. The way he plays, he's so unique.
Some people can put on a show like that, man. It's really, and that's why I used to watch him a lot.
One of the things I like that he does, and I don't know how he does it. I've been in there and I've asked him. He plays without the HUD, and I can't do it the way he can. But he's played without that HUD so much, Cobra, that he instinctively knows where on the screen to look at something just to be able to pick it up without having to go into the inventory and drag it in or something like that. It's just that's probably one of my bugbears, that picking things up without the HUD is a pain in the ass in DayZ, Cobra.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I've tried both. I mean, I've done videos with both. Now, obviously, for the immersion, you don't want the HUD on. That's great. But the problem I had was when you get so used to being able to very sloppily and lazily with the HUD on just pick everything up that you want, you do have to mess about. And it's a bit difficult when sometimes in a normal stretch of the game, things are bugged a little bit, so you are looking around with the HUD on sometimes, and you know that the box of 308 sat on the shelf, but you still can't get hold of it. You have to shut a door to get it, or whatever the case may be. So imagine doing that as a newish type of player with the HUD off, sitting there for about half an hour trying to get this bloody box of 308 that's bugged. Do you know what I mean? So I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
I think you figure out how to catch the pixel. That's the trick.
Yeah.
To it, and kind of like you just know that your cursor's in the center of your monitor. A lot of people try to say, oh, well, you can play with no HUD if you're using some kind of, thing on your monitor that tells you where the cursor is. I don't play with a HUD. I just know where the center of my monitor is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
That's the center of the screen is very important in this game.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Some servers disable most servers disable the little cursor.
Yeah.
I did like this community engagement section where they ask people to submit things, and this time it was funniest lines from people you have captured. There was some good ones. Come on, bro, I just started. So was that your friend I ate? And drop your pants, nobody's going to get hurt here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Lemons is in the house.
He's here.
How's it going?
Hey, yo, how you doing, mate?
That's a nice wallpaper. Wow, that looks good.
Did you not realise we started an hour earlier?
Potentially.
Well, you haven't missed too much, mate. We've only had our chat with Suparra, and we've just pretty much had a look at the community spotlight. So we will move on to the next topic. Give me one sec. What do we got? Now, Led, you shared this, and I saw Mark's shared a tweet about it as well, but one method of the ADS bug has been fixed.
Yes. And you know what that means? Gekofish has got to do a 24-hour live stream.
Yes, he's hiding in Mexico, from what I understand.
Yes, that he is. And I am relishing it. Another one falls to the coals.
I wonder how crazy he'll get by
fixed.
the end of a 24-hour stream. Because he's crazy
Yeah,
enough as it
I've
is, but yeah.
Dude, his streams are gold, man.
Yeah.
He's so
They are.
fucking
They're
funny,
so
bro.
funny.
Oh, was he
They're
in the
so funny.
military? Does anybody know? Because he uses a lot of the
don't know.
lingo correctly. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I love his streams, man. I lurk him quite often. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out.
Yes, Suparra, have you watched Gekofish?
I haven't. I've heard the name.
Mate,
I have not watched him though.
You got
Unique
check
voice.
out his videos.
I'm gonna go drop a follow right now. You said Twitch or YouTube?
He's on both actually. He does streams on Twitch, but he uploads to YouTube.
He's live right now.
That's
Yes.
Bangkok Stallion, man.
He's live right now, and his title is ADS bug is fixed. That's
There you go. That'll be his 24-hour.
everyone to follow him right now.
Jeez.
But yes, he's done a fantastic video series on Shinaris as well, and I definitely recommend you watch those videos as well. But yes, so the ADS bug, at least one method of causing it is fixed. I've not verified it quite yet. I literally have not had the time. But I've been talking to a few people and they've said, yep, it's definitely fixed, which is fantastic. I think it's one of the most common ways for it to happen. It doesn't necessarily mean that the entire bug is completely gone and done and dusted. It just means that maybe the most common or a couple of the most common ways for it to happen is fixed. There's still a lot of issues in the back end which can lead to it, most likely to do with desync. From my understanding, that was kind of like one of the things to do with it for these stances. Like there's desync when you change a stance. And yes, that's fixed. I managed to spend, yes, as Derlef said, I spent 4 hours trying to trigger it today. It didn't happen once. Mate, PvP is going to be so much better now. Holy shit.
And the switch in the guns thing's done as well, isn't it? Quick switch. I think that's sorted now.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So
You mean like dropping a weapon and quickly picking it up? You stop.
I mean, just literally switching.
swapping your weapon.
Yeah, swapping your weapon out.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
So
that was like
shouldn't
the
be a
biggest bug that I did. Other than like straight card desync, I think that's the worst bug that's out right now. If that's fixed, that's gonna be huge.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not 100% fixed, but it's definitely on its way. And what I find really funny about it is how only a couple of weeks ago they said that there's a lot of things to do with the ADS bug that they know about and it's very difficult to fix. A couple of weeks later, oh yeah, by the way, we've already fixed one method. It's like, how have you managed to do it so quickly?
Maybe just a light bulb flickers on and they're like, oh my god, it was so obvious.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Who knows? I'm not a developer, but
No, that's it.
I respect them.
Yeah, I mean they've been killing it lately, I think, personally.
The past year has just been DayZ's best year ever, and I'm so happy with like how the game's progressed. Even like a small thing like that. I mean, that's big for me. A lot of people outside that aren't like as deep into the community probably don't see it as that way.
Ever since they hired Dance of Jesus, everything's been better.
Sure. Yeah, let's just see that.
Yeah. You know what? DOJ got hired around the start of last year. It was the best DayZ year ever. We've got a massive bug fix.
I watched Mark's stream all morning yesterday. He didn't get the ADS bug a single time, and then I did the 6 hour last night and didn't get it either. So
I did have to laugh, late when you said how have they fixed it so quick. From when they made that statement, yes, but people have been complaining about this.
We know.
For a while,
People have been complaining about it since I think the earliest report that I saw was 2021.
Stud Muffin, thank you so much as well, mate, for the 500 there, buddy.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of people, like, as Johnny Bravo said, there was Spaggy and a bunch of people contributing to the feedback tracker the other day and how to replicate a very common issue to trigger the ADS bug, which is fantastic, and that goes to prove, like, if you make a genuine good feedback tracker report, stuff does get fixed eventually.
Yep.
But it's like this patch, despite the lack of content, is turning out to be one of the best patches.
Have you guys got the bug where when you respawn, your screen goes black, like you're knocked out again, and you're running around, but you can't see?
Yeah, I had that happen on day 1 Livonia when there was like a 30 queue, and I managed to. The only way to fix is to leave or kill yourself again. I managed to find a way to drown myself while a black screen.
I usually like run around. Yeah, I'll find like the ladder climb prompt. I'll climb the ladder and jump off. That's the only way to get rid of it.
Yeah,
that one's rough, man. Because
that's a tough one,
especially when you are on a queued server.
Yeah.
Yep, it's the worst times when it happens.
I mean, I don't know if you'll agree, Cobra, but I think the next bug that they need to fix is the bloody... there's one with ladders. I think it's in one of the industrial buildings. You climb to the top, you won't climb... Yet you won't get onto the ledge and you'll just fall to your death.
You're talking about the glass house one with the yellow ladder?
I think so.
The brick one that goes, you walk up the stairs, and then there's like all those big tanks on the inside.
Yeah.
That's the one that does it. Yeah.
I've been killing people with that glitch for like years. I hope they never fix that. Please never fix that.
There's always one person who's like, no, don't fix it.
Yeah, no. I mean, honestly, it's hilarious. We do this whole thing. We're like, let's let the ladder decide. like it's a deity, you know. If you just don't touch anything, if you climb all the way up and just let the animation complete, you won't fall. It's because people feel like they're going to fall and they freak out and they'll come off the ladder and fall down.
Now, just quickly, folks, now is the time. If you are watching us live, make sure you've hit that like button and you've shared the stream if you can. And if you are watching the VOD, again, any likes, any subscriptions to the channel, if you haven't already subscribed, would be greatly appreciated. Helps us grow. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel this year. So that's our big goal for this year.
Do it.
Do it now. Now, this one was caught me off guard. I'd actually forgotten all about it. Dab with his King of the Hill GoFundMe. I refunded King of the Hills today since motivation equals 0. Sorry that project fell through. I'll do better in the future. Kind of sad because he had a fair bit of money there, but I did go and check it out, and he had donated a lot himself to it. But there are other King of the Hills out there, aren't there, though, lad?
They are, yes, but there's a lot of controversy around the whole topic of King of the Hill when it comes to DayZ, and Dab was included in that controversy.
Can you recap
we touched
that?
On
it. Yeah, we've touched that in the past.
We touched on it a little bit last year, and the GoFundMe, I believe, got hidden. But people who requested a refund were able to get them, and now obviously, since Dab is not able to deliver, because at the end of the day, no matter how much money you get, if your motivation equals 0 and you are doing it as a hobby or passion project, it makes utter sense that he does refund all of the money, and props him for doing that. It's a shame that he wasn't able to commit to it, because he does some fantastic things. And if you've been checking out his Twitter, you'll also see that what he's been doing for ReArmed. But it is one of those things. But when it comes to other King of the Hill mods, I don't really know. I know a couple. MDC has one. And then... Sugar, what's his name? Mills? I think it's Mills from Hideout had one. But he then privated that. He privated that to be exclusive to his server, which, it is what it is.
It hasn't been massively popular in DayZ. Like even, we had Keegan try to get his Battle Royale mod going, and that format just hasn't really taken off in DayZ, Cobra.
No, mate, no. I've just had a bit of an issue with my mic, people. So can you give me 2 minutes? Come back to me on that. My mic's flashing, mate. So come back to me in a bit.
Well, Suparra,
I have a question.
Go for it. Go for it.
Someone donated 500 Norwegian krones, I think. Did we miss that?
No. I called out Stub Muffin just before.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of fucking money, dude. Holy shit. Anyway, sorry. I'm pretty sure that's if that's Crohn's, that's a lot of bread right there.
It's $50.
Yeah, it is actually. It is.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Much love to you. Mwah.
But yeah, what do you think about that format in DayZ Suparra?
Battle Royale.
Yeah, King of the Hill, Battle Royale, that sort of stuff.
Don't get him. Don't boy, he started with Battle Royale. Jesus Christ.
I think Battle Royale is a dying format. In this day and age, I still think it can work, but I think it's on the way out, and stuff like Tarkov extraction style is on the way in. I still think it can work in DayZ. I mean, it originates from Arma. Mm-hmm. DayZ originates from Arma. I think it can work in DayZ. King of the Hill's cool. That's interesting too. I think that's more interesting than Battle Royale nowadays, at least, because I just think Battle Royale's on the way out. I don't know if y'all know Hidden Xperia. He's a YouTuber who made a really good video on how Battle Royale is going down. And Lad, you really remind me of you remind me of him. That's a good thing. He's a great YouTuber.
I'll take it.
Yeah, if you like, I can link the video. It's
please,
really well put together.
Yeah. Put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the chat right now. You really remind me of him. That's a good thing too. He's awesome.
You back now, Cobra?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm back out of the red now. So yeah, but I do agree with what we've just been talking about there. Suparra said.
Yep. Now this one's a bit of a sad one, but credit to him for actually coming out and asking for help, because if you don't ask, people can't help. So everyone knows Dave, who is coming on as a guest in the near future, folks. He runs a community, the Legends of DayZ, and basically, I don't want to get into it too much, but they help people out for free with a variety of different things. And I'll just read what he's got here. Hi, I'm Everyone Knows Dave. Many of you may now know me from YouTube, Legend Service UK, and the Development Discord. We do some amazing work for the community, and every Legend member makes me proud. I host the Legends UK server hive and run the Legends Help Discord. The servers run on donations and don't always make even their electric costs. I top it up, and this has never been a financial issue until now. I forgot about a very important bill from Her Majesty's Courts for a driving offence a few years back. I accidentally drove through a red light, panicked and bumped a pole. Fines and costs totaled £1,276. I forgot to set up a payment plan and now a warrant of control. So I'll have to get you UK guys to explain what that is. Basically just sounds like maybe an arrest warrant or something, I don't know. But it's been issued and a debt collector has made contact. This means they will come and remove goods from my property, including the server units and the unit I use to make all these servers and content a possibility. Writing this is one of the hardest things I've had to do for a very long time. I don't want to ask for help. I'm incredibly proud of everything the Legends have done and bring to the community, and how it's always been free and open. No matter what I do, I will do my best to keep it alive. So if you can, it's entirely up to you. But I will grab the link and I will share it in both the chats. If you've got a few quid, folks, feel free to donate to him, because from everything I've seen, he seems like just a good, solid person who's trying to do good. And that's why I reached out to him about getting him on the show, is because that's important to us, because that's what we try to do as well. Just bring a little bit of good, a bit of a smile, do something nice for people. And if you just go and look at his Twitter, if I go back, sorry.
Yet another reason I'm glad I live in the States. Holy shit.
So what is that warrant? What is that warrant of control?
A warrant of control basically means that the courts can apply for a possession order to basically take your possessions, I believe, of an equal value of the debt that you owe, and they can just take it. Once they apply at the courts and get that, they can just do it.
Plus costs.
Plus costs, yeah. So it's kind of like a court county. It'll then, I believe, lead to a court county judgment, which can affect you for places to do with like renting places. I kind of specialize in that a little bit for my job. So it's pretty serious stuff. It's really, really serious stuff. And obviously, if you can set up kind of like a payment plan, or even get the money together to pay that off, then the court's back off. They've got what they're owed. Everything's all sorted out. But it's a very tenuous process.
I'm gonna donate just because that pissed me off. Sounds like UK is the California of Europe right now. That's insane, dude.
This is an update he's provided as well. So he has managed to, thanks to some of the donations he's already received, set up a payment plan with them. But if you still can, if you've got a few quid, I'll be donating to it soon as well. Just to, he made a mistake. He broke the law. He fucked up. I've forgotten the fine as well here in Australia, and they love to whack on those extra fucking interest charges.
Costs.
So,
In America, they just won't let you renew your license until you pay it.
Oh, they do. They do that here in Australia as well. It's he, from everything I've seen and heard about the guy, he seems like a decent, solid person who's trying to do something good to help people. So he's in a bit of a time of need, folks. So if you've got a few quid, chuck him something to help him out.
Yeah, I would absolutely recommend helping him out, because that whole process is ugly. It's extremely ugly, and they will go to the extremes to get your money. In other cases, they'll just go into your bank account and take it anyway.
Yeah, garnish your wages.
Bro, we got to change the subject, dude. My blood pressure's going. I'm not. I'm just saying, if that shit happened over here, we would just Semper Tyrannis the shit. But you guys live in a police state, so don't get me fired up, bro.
Now,
yeah.
Lemons.
I can throw $5 at it.
Lemons, yes, lemons. You've been very quiet since you snuck in here. What are you doing?
Console segment, buddy. What do you got for us?
Tell us.
What's been going on in the console
That's
world?
a good one.
Tell us, boy.
Please tell us so he'll stop the ASMR because I'm getting horny.
Yeah. Well, I'd say one of the biggest things right now is, for those who knew, the Greedy Peasant, who kind of does like a lot of console-based events on DayZ, just ended up doing his first podcast.
I saw.
Hey, nice. Do you know how it went?
He told me it went pretty rough, but I don't think so. I honestly, like, he got like a decent viewership for it, especially for the first episode, and I think it went pretty smooth. Like, he had a few decent hosts on, like, the guests were having like a lot of fun, and it was just like they really enjoyed themselves, especially considering the fact that, like, I think that's one of the first shows that I've seen, at least, where they wanted to do it in game and actually have their guests like in a server. It was really interesting that way. Like the way they chose to do it, like the medium, but I think it went pretty well.
I mean, we've seen quite a few of upticks with stuff like that lately, and we kind of touched on it a little bit last week. I think it was last week. In fact, early this week, which we'll talk about later on, Cobra. Because you were there. There's also this guy like on YouTube who does interviews, and he was actually mentioned in the Community Spotlight, and that all takes place in game, and it's just so nice to see that people coming together to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
I've got the video here. It's 1 hour, 59 minutes and 42 seconds. So you can clearly tell there's some inspiration from us right there in terms of length. So that's pretty good.
I've just shared his YouTube channel and Twitch channel, and Twitter, in both chats if anyone wants to chuck it a sub. He's focusing on console, isn't he, Lemons?
Yeah. That's actually all he does. I don't think he's ever been on the PC. Actually, that's a lie. He was able to play on the PC version of the game once, but he was streaming it through his console using, I think we spoke about that on the podcast at one point, using, it's that one NVIDIA program. Blanking on me right now, but you can like, it's like a VM. Oh, no, you know the one I'm talking about though.
And it's, Oh, sugar, what is it called? Oh, my lordy lord, I cannot remember.
Oh, sugar.
Oh, sugar, dearie, I cannot remember for the heart of me.
It's going to eat me up if I don't figure it out.
Look, I'm trying not to swear, all right? Actually, I'm trying to keep the curse to a minimum.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, it's called G-Force now. That's the one.
You are full.
No, look, you've got pretty much 3 podcasts talking about DayZ now.
G-Force now.
So, you know, if you're struggling for something to listen to, folks, there's a lot of content out there, and the Friendly Boys, I listened to their latest episode. It was fucking hilarious as usual. I haven't had a chance to listen to Greedy's yet, but I will be giving that one a listen as well. And they're all friends of the show, so please go chuck them some support, show them some love. And it's great to hear. What else is happening in the console world, Lemons?
Broken textures.
That's in norm, dude. Come on, new stuff.
That's true. But to be more specific, within the last, I think maybe 2 to 3 updates on console, there's been a lot of, not necessarily broken, but just misaligned textures. I've noticed, they just recently patched one with the AC-130, which that one looked like it was very broken. But the some of the medical tents, especially, it's very noticeable where you can, even the floor, it just looks completely wrong. And it's almost like the texture shrunk down and then put onto it. It's not actually lined up with the texture.
Right.
It just looks like when you're looking at the when you're viewing it. Here, let me see a good way to try and describe this. You know when you're viewing the actual texture within it looks like that, the preview, but on the object itself. Which is not supposed to look like that.
No. I think I understand what you mean. So, essentially, they've been trying to improve it, especially in the do a lot more of quality control, trying to get that streamlined and sort that out there.
Yeah, because I think it's something we've discussed before, but it's really interesting because it makes you think. Oh yes, they did.
Oh my god.
I remember for the past, I think 2-3 updates, I kept putting in tickets for it on the feedback tracker, and finally, finally said, "Oh, it's been fixed in this update." I was like, "Damn right."
Oh, I mean, mad respect for Geese, to be fair, when it comes to the feedback tracker.
How can it go for 2 years? I know, but my thing is, how can it go for 2 years where the entire speedometer texture's on the steering wheel?
Was that a console exclusive bug?
Yeah.
Okay, because I always heard people talking about that and I never saw it. That makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of the texture issues that the game has. It's usually native to console. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But
and it makes you think, because I know we've kind of theorized before what may have been causing that. And it's interesting because, what do you think, lad? Because I know it's sometimes when we've talked about it before, you think it's maybe trying to simplify the model for the or to kind of dumb it down for the platform, but it may have a higher resolution texture, so there's the conflict right there with it. But do you think it may also just be a matter of the port itself and issues with that?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, there could be a whole bunch of different reasons why that is the case, but I really don't know. I really don't know. I've always kind of thought about, maybe they get lowering the LODs to increase performance, and because of that, depending on how they've gone through their LODs, a little bit of technical talk, so I won't go too much into it because I know it's boring, but maybe they've reduced the LOD in such a fashion that it's messed up the UV, which is the basically the texture map, and that's just completely messed up. Maybe. I don't know. That's just a guess. So...
What you're saying is they had a skill issue.
DayZ has the weirdest RV and UVs I've ever seen in any video game ever.
Don't even go there.
And that's how you put the light. The lighting in DayZ when you make a new model, that's the reason a lot of these mods, the models look so janky, is because the lighting is so hard to get right. Dumpgrahs showed me one day, and I was just like, Jesus, you got to go through all this to get it to look semi-normal. But there's so many little... the engine is so janky, bro.
Absolutely. I mean, lad, you, me, and DOJ a few nights ago were talking about RV mats, and that was quite the... interesting.
I'll just let you guys get on with that. I'm not getting in this topic. I'm just gonna keep playing my games. I'll let you have fun.
I'll tell you what, it was such a pain in the ass trying to get that sorted out. Like where you just wasn't overly reflected.
Like honestly, like Suparra Cobra, it's kind of crazy. I mean, you guys, when you're playing like on a modded map or server, you'll notice. You'll kind of notice that something's off. I mean, yeah, it's very, very difficult. But once you got it right, boy, it can look good.
You never touch it again.
Essaker is a big example of that. There's a lot of stuff on there that's very patchworky. Not
to throw shade at Mass, but you can tell by looking at his mod, like when he was like in the early days of getting stuff in, you can kind of see the kind of like what we're talking about. But yeah, it's kind of crazy.
He had a lot of nice stuff on his Spearhead server. He had that one truck he ported from Arma and retextured that could hold a barrel, hold people in the back trunk. That was cool.
He not only retextured it, he completely redone the interior.
Yeah, that was a good mod. We were loving that.
Like Archie, I mean, you know the Datsun, yeah?
The truck
from Arma 2. Yeah. So Mass actually got the model from the Arma 2 samples, I think it was from. And he completely redone the exterior. So he made the doors actually open. He completely done a custom interior for it. He put the engine in so you could actually open the hood and do everything that you would normally do. And he had, I think, it was 6 seats in the back.
Yeah.
Where you could sit on the housing for like the wheels, like in the trunk bed. And you could also sit in the back when the door was down.
Well, isn't that that's the same Datsun that's in those roadblocks in the game, right? It's all rusted out. Yeah. I always wondered if they were going to re-implement a pickup truck. Would be cool.
Yeah, he cleaned it up and modded it in, man. It was good. I was like, this looks better than official.
Yeah, it really does.
He's good.
What's funny is you can tell the new stuff. I see this all the time. The new stuff that they've implemented, how like the battery charger that we talked about last week.
Yeah.
There's so many little details, and then you pick up a water bottle, and it's still like the Arma 2 water bottle. You know what I mean? But everything else is just up, like the new food models from last year and stuff. Everything looks so good now, man. But,
yeah.
And the band. Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
I was gonna say, Cobra, like in terms of like stuff like that, what would you actually like to see remastered or completely redone from scratch? Because it's a 10-year-old game at this point. We kind of need it.
Do you know what, right? This might be a little bit controversial, but I mean, all of the clothing in the official side I'm talking about has been the same for a long time. I mean, the military clothing has been the same for a long time. It'd be nice to see I don't know, a Spasnes kit or some special forces kit or something. Do you know what I mean? That'd look good.
Yeah, I was thinking last night, like there was, when I was in the military, we had a gas mask pouch that we wore on a drop leg bag, on our kind of like a drop leg holster that's between your hip and your knee.
Yeah,
and it attached to your belt. Even something like that in DayZ, or a fucking fanny pack is a belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something with practicality.
Yeah.
Well, didn't they say sometime last year that they might focus on clothing this year?
I did hear something like that.
Times. Plus, they had the Christmas post as well, asking what players wanted with cosmetic items.
Somebody said cuckold mask because we got them. So thank you, whoever that was. whoever made that big stink, you wanted to be included.
To be fair, though, you know what I think they should include?
What?
Or like introduce? I think they should go through and rework Chinoris to have A3 assets instead of what they have right now.
Yeah,
like just imagine how much nicer that would look.
But they did do in 1.08. They redid a lot of the houses and interiors, and I thought
they done
that
a few of them. Yeah,
I thought that was going to be like because they did the outsides, the interiors, exteriors, right? But what I noticed is they added a lot of clutter on the inside of the new houses, so people that build bases on the inside don't have a lot of space. Because with vanilla building, there's no build anywhere. There's so many hologram, that you can't place them. But I did like that. It makes it feel more lived in. You know what I mean? It makes it feel like the people just evacuated or whatever. And I thought they were going to keep going with that, but since 1.08, I don't think they've done anything.
No, they haven't. Not. I mean, the latest thing they've done is 120 with the ladders.
Yeah.
Not the ladders, the stairway in one of the industrial buildings, the silos.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. And it's
right after I put out a video on how you can stash shit up.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah. Love. That's a great little spot. That is. Well, it was.
Yeah.
Now, lad,
Not
what's been
anymore.
going on in the modding world?
I don't know. I don't watch it anymore. No, I'm joking. So there's actually been quite a lot of interesting things that's been going on lately. We talked about last week Hunter's animation. I wouldn't say it's animation framework, but it's something somewhat familiar or similar to it. He's been continuing work with that, adding support for animations for vehicle mods such as Red Falcons. And he's been killing it. He's been doing absolutely brilliantly. Then there was Dab, who was working on some custom mods for ReArmed, because obviously that's what the place that he mainly develops for. And he's made it so, I believe, if you hold right-click over a bunch of stuff in your inventory, it'll then automatically transfer to your like a container. Or vice versa. So like if you go to a barrel and you've got like a whole bunch of ammo in there and you want to click it, instead of like double tapping on it or drag and dropping, you would just hold your right mouse button, hover over it, and it would automatically transfer to the next available slot in the inventory.
Yes, like some,
it's
like they
like
had on Diablo 2 20 years ago.
Yes, exactly. So it's kind of like that, but so stuff like that's been going on there. A few joke
really cool.
mods. It is. A few joke mods here and there.
That's up on the screen now.
But yeah.
Did you know?
So this is it.
I didn't know this. When you put stuff in a barrel, it automatically puts it in there. Oh, we're watching a video. My bad.
What are you doing? Pressing shift and mouse in that?
No, it's just right mouse button, holding it down.
Really?
He's just
shit.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter the other day. That looks cool.
Yeah, that's it's alright now.
Can you exit the animation though? Because I feel like
I'm not too sure. I haven't played ReArmed to try it out for myself, but
yeah, I've not seen that new one, so I'd have to have a look at that.
But no, it's been quite interesting. And majorly, the major thing that I have been seeing, it's quite major. Yeah. Zarge with now if I can get the pronunciation correct. So Sergeant Zarge, who developed IzTech, is also developing a map called Sarani Plus.
Okay.
I'm just pulling up his Twitter here.
Let me have a little look at that.
The dev build of Sarani is almost done and almost ready. Soon time to let the bug runners loose. Also, not you ask me, the map mod is currently only for me and my server. So it is exclusive to him at the moment. I don't know if that will change. It could change. It could just be for him. Whatever he does go for, that's perfectly fine, since, he kind of made it. But yeah. Yes, it's quite nice that we're seeing more stuff come out. It's really, really nice. So props to him for getting that new map out. I can't wait to see how it does go. But the modding side's been quite interesting. It's been bustling quite a bit. A lot of upcoming people coming in. The legal channel in the modders Discord is always fun to watch. But yeah, no, it's really nice. It's really, really nice to see, and
And there's also this that's up on the screen now as well.
Oh, Dumpgrahs.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw this.
Thing I was going to talk about. He's doing another contest.
Those look like taquitos.
But it's great. I mean, to be fair, not only is he doing something really good for the community, the fact that he's actually gone and learned animations and Blender to do this stuff is kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, he's done well. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the new Modders nomination contest. I believe there's going to be different rules and stuff for this time around, but he'll be posting more updates in due time. So he's been killing it there. So I can't really wait for that. End of Modders discussion, because it's fuck all.
Content creator spotlight. Cobra.
Right, okay. So we're going to shine a little bit of light today on a newer YouTuber. I've put the links in the channel there, Boydie, if you want to put them up. So there's a thumbnail that caught my eye this week, and it's so simple, and some of it's been done before in different format, but I actually really love the thumbnail, and the title of the video is called "Building a Cozy Hidden Forest Base." Now, the name for this YouTuber is AR-K. AR-K. So he's got 490 subs, so relatively new. He's been about since December 2021. He's got about 100,000 hits on his channel in totality, so he's just starting out his journey. But I really like what he's been doing on his last couple of videos. So this particular one, I had a little look at it. He starts off as a freshie, as we all do.
Yeah.
To a base that has just been raided, and he could have got into a little bit of a showdown there, but it turned out that the people's base that was raided, he ends up having a little chat with, and they become a little bit friendly. And anyway, long story short, go and build a base somewhere else in one of the newer type buildings that's over in one of the forests on Livonia. But the way he's done his video, the music on it, it's one of those ones where, you know, it's entertaining. It's only about 30 minutes long. The music is spot on for what he's trying to achieve, quite clearly. And I, to be fair, I watched a good 20 minutes of it. So it wasn't one of those that you just look at and you think, oh, this looks all right. Do you know what? I'm lost interest within 3 or 4 minutes. I actually stayed on for a little bit. So his links are in the chat and everything else. I suggest people go and have a little look at it. New channel, new YouTuber coming through on the DayZ format here. Well worth a little look at, and hopefully we'll give him a little bit of support as time goes on.
Yeah, well, I check out his shorts and everything like that.
I actually subbed to him yesterday. His stuff popped up in my feed yesterday.
Yeah, there you go.
Same video Cobra's talking about.
There you go. What did you think, though, Archie?
I think he's on the right track, man. He's got a lot of stuff right that it took me a long time to figure out. So
absolutely.
I think if he works on his branding so he stands out, because everything now is so cookie cutter, you know?
Yeah.
That way, because people aren't reading the titles, and they're reading what's on the thumbnail when they're scrolling.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
If he just gets his branding right, I think he's going to take off, dude. And especially if he keeps up with the production quality he has on there.
Yeah, the intro was really good. So I was impressed with that. I like his banner as well. It's a little bit different. So yeah, I think we shine a little bit of light on that this week, people.
Absolutely.
And a quick shout out to our boy Deathbringer, who just got partnered on YouTube as well. So happy for him.
Congratulations. Congratulations to my guy.
He's another very positive person in the community as well. That we're trying to get on as a guest on the show sometime in the future as well.
Sorry to stop you. Lake just got absolutely yeeted by Streamlabs for posting.
Please refrain from posting. Not as bad as Nightbot.
That's not us,
stream chats, dude.
So whatever it was, don't worry about it. But Suparra, have you seen any like content creators obviously on top of that spotlight there that's kind of like took your interest and no, you can't say yourself?
You can't say yourself, damn. You got my one cheat code to free views. Marks, I believe he's in this Discord.
Oh yeah,
posting a lot of useful stuff. That's one that really popped up to me recently.
Marks is a classic. He's good. He's a good one. He got a new mic, and honestly, I can't tell the difference.
He just sounds more Irish.
Him and Wobo are my go-to news people for the game. Anything about the updates? Wobo, he knows, the crazy technical guy that knows absolutely everything, right?
Yeah, that's it. He's a good one. Absolutely good one.
Okay, I've turned link protection off. I think we had that on because of all the YouTube bots that kept them posting.
Yes.
Links,
yes.
But we'll deal with them when they come up. Just delete them and all the rest of it. I think everyone watching this show is smart enough to know not to click on any of those dodgy links. Archie?
I've already got 10 of the tabs prepped and ready to go.
Yeah.
No,
man.
there's no QR codes, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Did we have a question of the week for this week? I don't think we did one this week.
We didn't.
No,
we didn't.
so
No.
We'll get onto that for next week. Now, quickly, one other segment that I do want to quickly look at. Let me just go to our studio. Want to have a quick look at the comments from last week's video.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Sorry to interrupt, but real quick, I do got to get out of here now. I got to go meet someone for an appointment.
That's perfectly fine, mate. We kept you a lot longer than you said.
Oh, no, I had a good time. This is my first ever podcast I've ever done, so it was really
Nice to
cool.
meet you, man. Come back and see us.
Yeah,
Can all of you guys put your Twitters in the chat so I can follow all of you?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mine will be banned again in 2 weeks. Don't worry about it.
or something I can follow you guys on individually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, all our socials will most likely be in the Discord.
Yeah,
throw it in the Discord or anywhere that works so I can make sure I follow all of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Mate, thank
Woody,
you
they're
so
saying
much for...
Your mic's quiet in chat, brother man. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Doesn't look like it's showing as quiet, but okay. Maybe I was looking because I was looking away or something. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was your chance to get out of here. That was your chance to bounce.
Suparra, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Appreciate you. You're welcome back anytime, mate. When you get YouTube partner, hit us up. I'd love to get you back on.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for having me on here. I really do appreciate it. It was so much fun. I was a little nervous, but this is awesome. Thank you.
You done fantastically, mate. You got nothing to worry about.
Well done, mate.
Don't be a stranger, mate.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day.
Take care
yourself. Take care, mate.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
No real comments on last week's episode. Just good to see you back, and a first from Sweet Meat Pete. Love that name, by the way, Sweet Meat Pete.
Oh, Sweet Meat Pete.
That's just wrong on so many levels, but yeah. But that's something we are going to be checking in future, folks. So make sure you do leave a comment on the podcast about anything. Timestamp it if you can, because sometimes I go in there and the comment doesn't quite make sense out of context. So if you can, I think YouTube's got a pretty cool feature now where when you are typing a comment, you can timestamp the comment so we can go back and actually see what you were talking about. When we do type a response to you. What else have we got in here? Scrolling back down again. Clips of the week. Lade, you had one.
Yes, I did.
I saw this. This is naughty.
I'll let you share.
Let me just get it up, my man.
Before you play it, as you're about to play it, this reminds me. In fact, no, I'll wait till after. This reminds me of a certain old school player.
Right. Okay. 2 cents. Okay. Sorry. I'm pulling the boomer moment right now.
Have we lost sound?
No.
Nope.
No.
Boydie's talking.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
No, I wasn't talking then. Oh, we're losing you.
Okay.
Cool. You were frozen then. Everyone else was fine, but you're
cool.
You got to turn up your porn download, mate.
Yeah.
No. Don't listen.
I kept getting stuck in silence last week randomly. I was like, what the hell's going on? Same thing.
Yeah, I think we're good now. Go on, lad. Let's get this up.
Oh, that was good. Poor bugger would have absolutely shit himself too. Oh, that's good. That's good.
There was another one that I wanted to show off, but it would have mean us losing all monetization for this episode, completely. So I'll post that one later on if I can find it again. But I saw that clip last night and I was creased. I was absolutely creased.
Who does that remind you of?
Don't know.
I don't know.
There's a YouTuber from a few years back who used to do exactly that. Walk up to people from behind, sit there for about a few seconds, talk some shit. Go, mate, how you doing? You all right? And then look round, bang, straight in the head. No?
No, it's not ringing any bells.
Okay. Maybe it's just me that watched.
No.
That's all right.
You got to tell us who.
Who is it?
I've got
Who is
a
it?
friend. It reminds me of a friend of mine called Grimsky. Have you never heard of him?
No, never heard of him.
Regrettably.
I feel bad now.
What's the link in the chat?
I'm gonna send some stuff over in a bit and have a little look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. But that clip I saw, I was like, yep, I'm putting this on the show because it was hilarious.
Now, I want to share one, something that I've looked at. We've been pushing for people, if you're trying to grow your channel, shorts are the way to go. And Freshborns have got one up, 205,000 views from 3 days ago. That is insane numbers.
10 mistakes to avoid to survive longer in DayZ. Don't be a loot hoover and pick up every item you see. It would drain your stamina, and trust me, you won't need that power generator anytime soon. Don't shoot infected with loud guns, melee them, use a silenced gun, or use a Mark II. Don't get carried away when drinking. If you see this symbol, it means you're over drinking and will throw up. When you find a car, take it easy. If you over rev it, you'll ruin the spark plug, and if you drive it too fast, you'll probably crash. If you're bleeding, make sure to disinfect your bandages or risk getting a wound infection. Don't automatically trust everyone you meet. This is an apocalypse after all. Try to avoid running in open areas like fields. If you stick to the trees, you're less likely to be spotted and shot. Some animations can be performed on others or yourself. Be careful not to do things like restrain yourself by accident. Learn what an unconscious player looks like, and don't forget to double tap anyone you shoot. Always check that your gun is loaded before getting into a gunfight. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, then like the video and subscribe.
Yeah, so many people do these big, long videos, and these guys managed to cram in 10 good, solid tips. That last one about guns, I have lost track of the amount of times I have had an unloaded gun, and click, oh, I'm dead. Okay, forget to reload and things like that. But yeah, keep pumping out those shorts, folks. Yes, it is a way you can make partner, but it's just a great way for engaging on your channel as well. And don't
short
forget,
form media is dominating right now. Absolutely.
Don't forget, subscribe to the DayZ topic, folks. A lot of people don't know this. It's one of the shortcomings of YouTube. In that, in DayZ, it's very easy to find the category, but if you search for it and subscribe to it, you can actually go and check that and just see who's streaming. You can see that list right now. There's all the people streaming DayZ right now. If you're looking for someone fresh to check out on YouTube, so yeah, definitely worth checking out. Anyone else got a short they want to share with anyone?
No, not today. It was just that clip there.
Well, I've got one where I get killed, if you want to see that.
Yeah, go for it.
I always want to see that.
Right, I'll give you a little bit of background. It's a team of 3 that originally were chasing me. I turned around on them. I've killed 2 of them. And then I get stuck on the stairs in PD and I get fucking lit up. Hold on a second. I'll send it over on the... here we go. I'll send it over on the chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. It's in the chat now. Click on. Oh, do you want it on there? Do you want it sent to you personally, Bordy?
No. Did you just put it into which chat did you put it into?
Into our chat, our main chat. I can send it over to you. Here, I'll send it straight over to you. Chats. Hold on, 2 seconds. It's in your main Discord. In your Discord. Yeah, man. I thought I had all 3 of them as well. To be fair. I should have had all 3 of them. So there's been a 3-man team following us for quite some time. I've managed to kill one of them. And they've led us to this little village. I think 2 of them are in here. Yo, there's the giddy. Is he going to the wet? Oh, he's made a mistake here. So he must be really low on water. So there's one down. So that's 1 down. This must be the guy running back to his body that we killed originally. So that's 2 down.
That is...
And the third guy, pretty kitted as well, is camping PD. I get messed. So we're going to push him. Oh no, we got stuck on the stairs. Yeah, typical DayZ.
They've got to fix those fucking stairs.
So there's been a 3-man team
stairs.
following us for quite some time. man, I had all 3 of them as well.
That is like, for me, I encounter, maybe because I don't PvP so much, but I encountered that more than the fucking ADS bug. Getting stuck on those stupid police station stairs.
It's more so because of the new how they calculate with slopes.
Yeah.
Geometry and slopes. It's kind of
straight down now. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah. So they really need to redo them, which I heard reports that was fixed for 120, but I need somebody to confirm that.
Got me killed yesterday off stream. I was running to one of those green guard shacks.
Yeah.
That have the desk in them, and I opened the door and tried to run in because I had like 5 zombies on me. Because I'll round them up, run in there, close the door, and kill them through the windows.
Yeah.
And I got stuck. I couldn't get in because the 6-inch little hump there. You have to back up and jump in those sheds now. Those shacks.
Yeah. I'll add that.
Okay.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Great.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a big announcement. Get your wallets out. Get your wallets out. Because you are going to want to get in on this ASAP.
So, do you want me to talk about this a little bit, Boydie?
I do, mate.
Right, so you may know at the start of the year where we started to announce that we are expanding our merch, we got in touch with a designer, and over the past few weeks they've been working on this design and they have killed it. We just got it last night, and it's a nice little reference for when we do our little end of show spotlights. You know, when myself or Lemons are completely not prepared, and it's like, what's your spotlight? The community. And that was the basis for this. So we've got this in the merch store and a whole bunch of different things. We've got it for cups, shirts, jumpers, jackets, everything like that. Get in the merch store, get ordering. We are going to be continuing to expand the merch over the next year. Obviously, if you guys like this design, we're going to be getting back in touch with the same person to get some more stuff. And we're really excited to be able to get something like this going. So it's not possible without your support. So thank you for helping us get to this point.
I absolutely love this logo. Lad organised this, folks. And he got a bit of feedback from us, and we suggested putting in the iconic 87.8 microphone, and it's just, I love it. It's beautiful. It is absolutely stunning, and it looks so good on the various items. It's so colourful. We've got them in women's shirts. We've got them in men's shirts. I love it. Even the mouse pad. If you don't want to buy one of Archie's dodgy ones that he's doing.
So have you got that cease and desist yet?
I don't know. Let me ask my lawyer.
But links to our shop are in the chat, in the description. I'll be adding this to the YouTube channel as well. These items, but it's awesome. I love these. They're fucking beautiful.
And you can also find other links to support the 87.85 FM group in the Discord, in the channel that just simply says support 87.8. So get yourself in there, get yourself in the Discord. We'd love to hear your feelings, your thoughts on everything that we're talking about tonight. So get in there as well. Hope to see you all in there. Saw a lot of new faces, but before we continue on, sorry, Al, stepping on your toes over there, buddy.
No, you go.
The end of show spotlights. So, I want to go with Lemons first, considering he joined halfway through.
Oh shit!
Lemons, you are the spotlight because you made it this week, mate.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he's actually here. He exists.
No, we talked about it before, but you made the community spotlight, mate. Congratulations, Zagoria.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that was quite the surprise. I wasn't even aware of that, and then I ended up getting added in a tweet.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw that, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. Oh, it was nice to see, though. It was really, really nice to see. Congrats, mate. So when's the PC release?
Yeah, like about that one.
Yeah, see you later, Lemons.
you little git.
Love it.
Lord. Cobra, what about you, mate? What's your spotlight for this week?
My spotlight has got to be... I'm going to go with a thumbnail this week. So, Hocken, 123, spotlight for me on his video. Vanilla player joins heavily modded server in DayZ. That's the best thumbnail I have seen forever, mate. I love it. I'll quickly drop a little link in. But that's my spotlight.
Very nice, mate. Very nice.
It's in the actual YouTube podcast chat. That thumbnail is quality.
Vanilla player joins heavy modded server in DayZ.
Did you see the actual thumbnail though? Yeah, holding the dog tags in both hands. Love that. Love that.
And then next, Archie, my boy, my other Viking.
I would like to shout out Lad's mom's OnlyFans. She needs some love over there. No, I'm kidding.
We're not going there, boyo. I tell you that. I tell you what.
Love it.
She doesn't need any love over there. She got plenty. No, Bar Down Beef. Bar Down Beef is a buddy of mine, a buddy of a lot of YouTube content creators. He's not getting a lot of love because YouTube. He's for some reason. The discoverability is different when you only stream and you don't make a lot of video, like a lot of, you know what I mean? So go check out Bar Down Beef. I'll drop a link in the chat. He and Bean, she's not Kill Bean anymore. She's just Bean now, are doing a farm, like a farm off, I guess you would call it. They're having a best farmer competition Saturday on their streams. So it'll be a lot of good exposure for him. He's an awesome dude all around, and he deserves a lot more love than he's getting. So I'll drop a link for his YouTube channel. He also does the cool chroma key stuff like I used to do on Twitter when he does his videos. It's really interesting. So and just people are so mean to this dude in the comments, and he's so wholesome. I don't get it. But go check him out. He'll be on.
How do you not get that the internet is full of jerks?
No, I get it, bro. But it's like people are just assholes to this guy, and he's just, it's like he's doing this guide for you, and he's making it interesting, and you're talking smack. But anyway, but yeah, you're right. It is the anonymity on the internet. But so Bar Down Beef, and then come play our server, Default DayZ. That's where they're having the competition this Saturday.
Very nice.
Oh, cool.
Good stuff.
I'll go. My shout out's to Dr. Disrespect, giving DayZ a shout out. It's just, I don't think it's any coincidence. The guy talks about this game DayZ and psychopaths. The internet's full of psychopaths. It's like, what? There's a place for psychopaths? Bring them over. The more psychos for DayZ, the better. But yeah, that was for me. It was huge. Whenever we get a mention from these big people, whether it be them playing the game or just talking about this amazing fucking game, DayZ is kind of that meme of it all connects. There's so much in the gaming world that connects back to DayZ, and there's so many people who know the game, play the game, come back to the game. So Doc, thank you so much for mentioning our game that we all love. Lemons, what about you, buddy?
He's already been.
It's
me. That's next.
It's you.
By the way, most of your favorite streamers got their start on DayZ.
Yep.
Just want to say that.
Shroud.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So, community spotlight for this weekend. Well, for this week, No, it's not the community. Shut up. We've done that already. Cobra, do you think I should announce what we've done?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Yeah.
Go on, mate. Stick it in.
Earlier this week, and we this was organised before Boydie came back to the show, but Cobra and I were guests on the Friendly podcast. And we recorded that earlier this week. It was extremely fun. They were so hospitable. They were absolutely lovely. I don't know when it's coming out. They've got they've got quite a few to go through, but it was really, really enjoyable. We talked about a whole bunch of different things, including our show and their show and a whole bunch of different stuff. It was a good quality laugh. But so check out their socials, check out their YouTube channel, and once we find out when that episode comes out, we'll talk about it a little bit more, and we'll shout it out again. So
this commercial is brought
keep
to
it
you
up,
by
guys.
football.
Much love to you.
That's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
And that's the other podcast, the other DayZ podcast, right? For the new people in chat.
Yes.
Which is a true podcast. They don't record it live. They do it as a recorded episode. So the quality of their show, you've got to give them a listen, folks. They are really fucking good. I am so impressed with the standard that they have brought to the game.
It's been great. They have been killing it. They have really been killing it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. Next week, we have a big guest lined up, folks. The one, the only, Mr. JLK is coming on the DayZ podcast. So that's going to be a big one. We're going to be talking to him about YouTube versus Twitch and lots and lots of different things, because the guy has absolutely blown up, and there's going to be so much to talk about. And if you've got any questions, hit us up in the Discord. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much. The donators, Trucker Games with the $20, Stud Muffin with the 500 Cronin. Thank you all so much, everyone. Anyone who may have just gone and bought some of that new merch, definitely check it out. Links are in the descriptions. I love that fucking shirt. I will be doing my best to get one ASAP. I do know that there's a bit of a delay with Spreadshirt at the moment. I ordered some stuff. I've got another thing up for a reunion I've got coming up in April for a military reunion. But yeah, I've ordered some stuff for that as well, and that's taking its time to get here. So it's like about a month or so on the shipping to Australia at least. So yeah. So that's a bit sad, but yeah, I'll be getting some of that ASAP. Archie, good to have you back, buddy.
Nice to be here, bro. Thanks.
Lemons, good to have you here.
Absolutely.
Remember, next week, an hour earlier, mate, and you'll be on time.
I can't talk shit, man. I used to be late all the time if I showed up.
Yeah.
And Exciter.
I didn't know at 32 that only America does daylight savings, apparently. I had no idea.
No, Australia does it as well, but
you do as well.
We do that in Canada as well.
So then how come the hours didn't add up then? Because anyway, whatever. I don't know.
At different times, they do it at different weeks.
Yeah, different. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, see, we're doing daylight savings at the moment. You guys aren't. But my state, the state that I live in, doesn't do daylight savings in Australia. So
see what I mean? It's so stupid. Like, just get rid of it.
Yes, I hate it.
It's so dumb.
It's stupid.
Because then I'm like an hour late to the show, or I would show up an hour
anyway,
early.
Guys.
We're
guys, thanks for joining the episode.
Also, actually, one last thing, folks. One last thing. Ideas in chat. So everyone on the show, I do basically just a community segment at the beginning. Lemons talks console. Cobra does a content creator spotlight. Lad talks modding. What should Archie's themed segment for the show each week be? Any ideas? Chuck them in chat.
I'll just pick someone to roast. How about that? Because everyone wants to throw shade at the Storm Cloud. I'll show you how Storm Clouds throw shade, baby. Let's do that. I'll just do my impressions of everybody.
But yeah, no, thank you all so much, everyone. We went a little bit over time, but 2 hours 15, I think that's not too bad. We're trying to shorten the show down, and yeah, that said, we go for as long as we need to. All the best,
just cut
everyone.
out all the parts where Lad talks. It's short.
No, shut your shit.
All the best, everyone, and we will see you next week for the podcast with JLK. All the best, and ciao for now. Say bye-bye.
Take care. Later.
Take care. Bye-bye. Love you.